This is your Daily 10, non-calculator video 2. Make sure you pause the video and attempt the question before you watch the solution. Here's your first question. So here we're just being asked to expand a single bracket. In order to do this, we would do x multiplied by x, so x squared, and x multiplied by 3, so 3x, so plus, because it is in the bracket, so we get x squared plus 3x, so we would circle the correct answer. Here's the next question. In order to do a question like this, we're going to go with a little bit of trial and error at some point later on in the question. It says there are 5 numbers. So the first thing I'm going to do is just mark out the fact that we are looking for 5 different numbers here, or 5 numbers. First one I'm picking out is the median. It says that the median is 8. Remember the median being the middle number. So I'm going to put that 8 is the middle number. Top line says that the mode is 6. So that means that the most common number is 6. 6 is smaller than 8, so I'm going to put it over on this side. In order to make it the most common, I'm going to put 2 of them in. Now that does mean that I can't now repeat 8, and these 2 numbers can't be the same either, otherwise that would change the mode. The third bit of information I'm given is that the mean is 10. Well, if the mean is 10, that means that all of these added together and then divided by 5 would equal 10. So something divided by 5 equals 10. So all of these added together, if you do 10 times 5, would be 50. Just to check, 50 divided by 5 is 10. So I need that all of these have a sum of 50. So far, we've got 6, 12, and 20. So I've got that these 2 numbers here must equal 30. Well, the question actually wants us to make that the range is as large as possible. So for that to happen, I want this number to be the biggest number it possibly can. So as mentioned before, I can't have another number here that is 8, so I'm going to have to go a little bit bigger with 9 for this number here. And therefore if that's 9, to make these 2 add up to make 30, we're going to have the number 21 there. Therefore making the range 21, take away 6, so the biggest number the range could be must be 15. Here's your next question. For this one, we're using the fact that we've got the area of this triangle is 28 square units. Now we know that to work out the area of a triangle, we do base times height and half it. Now it does say give possible values that the coordinates A, B and C could be. Therefore I just need to pick 2 numbers that when I multiply them together and divide it by 2, it equals 28. So just rearranging this, that means that I need the base times height to equal 56. I've just times both sides there by 2. So 2 numbers that times together to make 56. First 2 I think of are 8 and 7. So going back to the diagram, that means that I want one of these sides here to be 8. So I'm going to say that this one here needs to be 8 units long. And the height, remember, is always at right angles to the base. So here we're going to say this bit here must be 7 units. Therefore, for that to work, because C is on the x-axis, we've got, if that's 7 units long, that quadrant there must be 7, 0. And I just need to pick now 2 coordinates so that they are 8 units apart. Well, for that, because I know it's on the y-axis, So the coordinate must be 0 something. I'm going to make it nice and easy and say that this one here is 0 minus 4. So 8 units above that would simply be 0, 4. Just needed these two to have a difference of 8. So just quickly putting those into the answers at the bottom, even though it would be accepted up at the top, we have that A is 0, 4, B is 0 minus 4, and C is 7, 0. This is not the only possible answer, as long as you've got the properties that the differences between these points and these points multiplied together to make 56. Here's your final question on this video. For this one, we've got a few various different properties to do with percentages and ratio. Before I deal with the 25% being red, I'm going to look at this bit here. Now it says that there are 12 yellow bricks. The ratio of yellow to blue to green is 2 to 3 to 1. So doing this, I'm going to set up yellow to blue to green, 2 to 3 to 1. Now because I know that yellow must be 12, I'm just going to place 12 underneath the yellow section. Here I must have multiplied by 6, therefore I've got to do the same with each of the numbers in this ratio. So this tells me that overall there must be 12 yellow, 18 blue and 6 green. Well, altogether for these three, 12, add 18, add 6, that gives us a total of 36 bricks that are either yellow or blue or green. Now the question wants us to show that overall there are 48 bricks in the box. Now if that's the case, 25% are red, so if we were to say 25% of 48, so half it again, find a quarter, whichever method you use for finding percentages, that tells us that there are 12 red, there are 36, we've just worked out, that are yellow, blue or green. If we add those two together, gives us 48. So yes, it does work to show that there must be 48 bricks in the box, because it works for each of the 4 colours.